Hey guys, so we are going to be shooting a video today from our milking station and kind of give you an update about the new things that are going on in our homestead.
I know what you're doing here.
So first things first, hope everybody's doing good. We are going through a couple of transitions and
No, Gina.
this is a new transition right here for us. Gina is not staying in her place, and she's become a cow pig until she gets hurt. But that's gonna stop. So again, these are the neat things that are happening here at the homestead. And this is not gonna go on for a long time because I'm actually gonna enclose her area.
Here, go take her wherever you want. She'll follow you for some milk.
So, yeah, so again, the point I'm trying to make here is we're going through a lot of changes at our place. First thing, my wife and my son found a cat in the back of the property.
And Papa got suckered into saying yes.
And I got suckered into saying yes. So, I could totally just push her in the bucket and take her out of here, but I'm not going to be that mean. So my mom actually taught this little piggy that it's okay to drink milk over here, and now we can't keep her out of here. So we're not taking any of this milk right now. We're
Go away, Gina.
I had to drag Regina out of here, literally. Well,
Kicking
not
and
drag her, I
screaming?
carried her out of here. Kicking, screaming, yelling, the whole nine. But she's out of here now. So that's going to be the first thing that I do here in the next couple of days. She is going to, we're going to have to pin her up. And she's just all over the place, which is, I'm okay with it. All she's looking for is food, and then she'll hop back into the hot wire and then back out again. So she's not a bad pig, and she's not causing any damage to the property or doing anything crazy. It's just that when she's around the cows, we can't have her here. Because they already don't like her as it is, and they can hurt themselves or they'll hurt her. So we're gonna keep her with everybody else in her own area. She's not respecting the hot wire at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do cattle panels and then hot wire, and then sooner or later she's just gonna have to learn that it hurts. So that's coming up. And second thing or third thing that's happening right now, the goats are leaving. They are finally slowly moving out. My wife started buying a couple more sheep, and I'll let her tell you guys about the breed. She's milking right now, so we're just kind of hanging out here in the milking station. And then, obviously, beautiful cow. Hey. And that's another thing too. One of our cows is no longer here with us. He did. Oh, I just got splashed with milk. And again, so we're not saving the milk right now. It stays here overnight, and then it gets fed to the pigs the following day, if it makes it. The problem that we're finding is that the dogs get in here. The cats get in here, the chickens get in, and they go at it. So I think that we need to find buckets with lids. We need to go ahead and do the fermenting of all the foods, and I'm going to do more research on that because we've talked about it long enough already that we need to start doing it. We've kind of had to stop the videoing here in the last week and a half because we've had a lot of other things going on. I don't know if you guys have seen the other videos, but family's been here. We've been busy doing things here and there. Another thing too that's happening is the outdoor kitchen is getting upgraded. We got a sink. We relocated the stove, and then I'm working on a couple of doors and windows and whatnot, and I'll be showing a video separately on that as well. So, and then we're gonna go back to finishing the boar little paddock area as well. I'm halfway there, and then again, everything that we try to do, guys, what we're doing is we're actually talking through. My wife and I are talking things through. What I was doing for the first couple of years was just kind of slapping things together and doing a little temporary thing. But now what I'm doing is I'm actually talking to my wife about it, working out scenarios to see if it's going to work for us, because we're trying to keep permanent places for these guys so that we don't have to go back and redo things over and over and over again. Which there's really nothing wrong with that, because homesteading is actually, it's a motion thing, and you're constantly having to do things. So again, we got the cat. Regina's getting out. We're going away from goats. The kitchen is getting upgraded. The boar area is going to get finished out. And another cool little project that we're about to start is we're gonna try to get our kitchen done. Right now, my mother-in-law, grandma, is the one that's been cooking for us, for the last 2.5 years, because she's got her kitchen is finished out. Right next to our house, about 10-12 feet away from us, is her mobile home. Our kitchen, we got a stove, we got a microwave, we got a little oven and everything, but the cabinets are not done. We got plywood as countertops, and then 2x12s that I made a little butcher block style top. And anyway, it works, or it's functional, but my wife is like, hey, look, let's get the kitchen finished out, please. So
I'll sell all the things and we can use that to pay for the kitchen. So we have pair sheep, and we've had them since September-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And right away, the day we paid for the sheep, she lambed, and it was a ewe lamb. So right away our herd grew. A couple months later, the other two also lambed. One gave us a ram lamb and the other one gave us a ewe. So now we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheep. 5 are ewes, 1 ram lamb. And then we went and got some more hair sheep, but these were St. Croix. They also lambed, and we decided that we didn't like their body structure. So we sent them off to new homes, but because they both lambed, we were able to get our money back from our investment there and had a little bit of money.
Now, the cool thing about St. Croix is they're on the higher percentage of giving you twins, right?
Yeah, they twin often, so that was good. One of them had twins, one of them had a single, but they were all used.
They were all used, which means that...
So we went from 2 to 5 on them real quick, and they were all used. So we sold them together. They all went to the same place, and we were able to basically flip our money on those. Nothing wrong with them. It's just their bodies are more slender. They're not as meaty as the Dorper crosses are. So we decided to get rid of our sheep. I'm sorry, our goats. Our goats are half gone at this point, and we have 4 left that we're trying to move out. And then we found a good deal on a couple of ewe lambs about 2.5 hours away, and Junior went to go pick them up because he's the best husband in the whole wide world. He is a really great husband. Anyway, so he picked them up, but they weren't, they had signs of worm, like a high worm load, so we have them separated from the rest of the herd right now. We treated them, we double wormed them, or dual wormed.
But them physically they look
good physically. Their famachas look okay, but I think the stress of the ride, I don't know. So
something, yeah.
Somebody got the scours, so we treated her with some sulfameds. We dual wormed both of them, and they're kind of separated from everybody right now until they get to looking better.
Which technically we should be doing with any animal that we're bringing into the property, right?
Yeah, and
Chickens,
just biosecurity
yeah.
protocols. Best practice is to isolate any new animal on your farm for 30 days, whether it be a sheep, cow, goat, rabbit, whatever, to keep your current animals safe. Because if that animal that you bring on ends up being sick or sickly, you'll probably figure it out in the first 30 days, and you don't want to give that to the rest of your animals. So it's just best practice to do that. So they are separated from the rest of the herd. So we have 3 adult ewes, 1 male St. Croix ram,
Which is pretty. He's a good boy.
2 ewe lambs from when they had babies in September of 22. We had the ram and we banded him, and then
Check that video out if you guys haven't seen it.
The same farm that we got the the Dorper ewes from, the Dorper crosses, had an extra ram lamb, so we picked him up. And he's already banded, so we've got 2 ram lambs that we plan on sending to the processor later this year before they turn a year old, so that we can try our hand at selling
Processed.
retail cuts of lamb. So we're gonna try that. Sorry, words don't always come. I have slow brain. Anyway, so we've got sheep, and then we got 2 more. So one of them is one of our current sheep. One of our original ones is about to lamb again on April 6th.
She's big. I'm wondering if she's gonna have twins.
We would only like, but I will be happy with anything as long as it's healthy. Of course, if it was a ewe, that would be great.
That would be great.
So we can grow our herd that way.
So I did the math, and we're up to 10 right now.
Sheep?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Including the...
Actually, maybe my math is wrong.
Maybe your math is wrong. So we got 3 adult ewes.
Yeah.
We have 2 baby ewes. That's 5. We have 2 ram lambs. That's 7. We have the ram, the St. Croix. That's 8. Your math is not wrong. We have 10.
We have 10, right?
And then the 2
that we just added.
You just brought.
Yeah.
We're up to 10.
Woo! I can math.
Nothing like chicken math.
I'm telling you. So I know that I've said it once, and I said it over and over and over that we're a hobby farm, but here lately we've kind of. And my wife is just sitting there, going to town, milking, doing her thing, while I, kind of pester her. But
Well, our plan had always been to eat for free, basically to have our animals and hopefully not have it cost us an arm and a leg. Well, recently we started going through our expenses and realized just how much we really were spending on our animals. Our biggest input is our cows. Even if we recover a calf and sell it, it's a long wait. So if they give us a bull calf, we steer it, we grow it out. It's a long wait. That's 18 to 24 months before we get any kind of decent return on that. And anyway, so we cut down on one of our cows, and she went to a wonderful home. Well, she's going to be spoiled rotten. So her and her bull calf left yesterday, and Posey is now living in Tyler. But she's with some friends of ours, so we still get to see her, and I know that they're going to spoil her rotten. anyway, so we decided to cut down on our cows. And we decided to get rid of our goats, and we added 2 ewe lambs, which we won't see a profit from until next year. And then we want to try our hand. So he's mentioned Reco Ring several times.
Which I will be doing the video next time. I've already gotten the go from the lady that runs it. And she said it's okay for me to do it. The next thing I'm going to do is go and talk to the vendors while I'm there, and then I'm going to record, because what they do is it's farm to table, you know, depending on what you, or refrigerator, however you want to look at it, because you place that order online on Facebook. You add, let me start over. So we offer up. It's almost like an offer of, hey, this is what I have available. You know,
changes week to week.
And it is week to week, so it's like first come, first serve type of deal. So let's say we have 10 chickens, and we post them on there, and people say, you know what, I'll take 3, and I'll take whatever the case is. But point is,
they prepay.
They prepay.
And all you do is deliver your goods at a pre-set date and time. Our Reco Ring is in Canton on Mondays at 5. So this week we sold 9 dozen eggs, couple jars of elderberry syrup, and that was it. But even if we only sell 10 dozen eggs a week, that's still worth it for me. That's a little more than $40 a week.
Which covers
of
feed.
Eggs, which covers like 3 bags of feed almost.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives back in a way that we wouldn't. It gives us traffic that we wouldn't necessarily have on our personal farm page. We also sell processed rabbits and processed whole chickens.
And now,
but I'd like to try our hand at selling lamb. So now that we have this place to go to, and our name is getting out there, farm name, we're meeting more people. I really want to try selling USDA processed retail cuts of lamb. If our first sale goes well, then we will go through all of the proper channels to do so and get our licensing and stuff. But I want to do a trial run first so that we can sell.
Now everything that we are doing here, though, it's pasture raised, right? We're not adding, other than minerals and maybe a little bit of feed here and there.
Grass-fed lamb.
It is grass fed.
Because these sheep do so well. They don't need any additional input other than like a selenium lick or a salt lick. But they kind of stay fat on grass. As long as they've got grass, they do good.
I think the only thing that I'm going to splurge on is going to be maybe some alfalfa for them in the wintertime.
Or after they land, just to kind of help keep their milk production up so the babies can grow. But the babies grow so fast.
And their weight gain is fairly good. So
2-3 months lamb is already a really good size. They grow quickly, and the only input is the grass that we already have. So we're going to implement rotational grazing and really stick to that. We're grazing them with our cows or behind our cows. So our goal this year is to really get a good handle on rotational grazing so that we can
So the cost to run the wiring and the spools and the solar panel, not the solar panel, but the solar charger, is anywhere from $500 to about $800, all the way to over $1,000, depending on your property and how much wire strands you're running. Now, the sheep is going to be a little bit tougher for us because they got wool, or they got longer hair, which means that they don't get hit. Because they're insulated. So, which means that we can't do the poly wire. We have the poly wire, and the cows respect it. They understand that they want no part of it. So,
works great with the coonies too.
Oh, it works great. It works great with the coonies. It's not working with Regina. She's stubborn, but we're gonna fix that. I hope. But either way, that's the other step of us doing the sheep. Because we also have a couple of boars that were snipped, which are barrows.
Yeah, Kuni barrows.
Kuni barrows, which are, I mean, again, they get some feed, they get a lot of milk, and they get a lot of grass. So we are going to be taking some of those guys to get USDA processed, so that we can sell it to the public. I mean, again, we're trying to do everything by the book, because we just got to play nice, I guess. But that's the whole purpose of Regina being here, because I want to cross her with our boar and get the faster growing pigs, but that are still pasture raised. I think that's very important, because that's the self-sustainability that we want to get from our homestead, our farm, that we want our animals to work with our other animals in order for us to eat for free. And if we can provide good quality meats to people out there, why not? You know, we've never thought about this as a business, and we're still not looking at it as a business, but
in the sense of trying to make sense of the numbers of how much we're putting into the feed and cost, we're starting to try to look at it in a more business-minded approach, because we're putting in a lot of money into feed. We spend on average $140, $150 a week on feed, and that very quickly is $600 a month.
So speaking of that, their feed just changed this week as well. We can't always get a hold of it, but we're going to a different feed for them, and I think it's just a couple of dollar difference per bag. But they love the sweet feed. Their dairy texture.
It's the textured dairy that the co-op has. But again, a $1 or $2 difference, and they eat, and we're buying 5 or 6 bags a week, and that's $5, $10, $15, $20 to $30 difference a month. And that may not sound like a lot, but I mean, it is.
Now, they only get this when they're in milk as well. Like, once they get off milk and, you know, their body maintains, and again, some people might think that she's pregnant right now, but no, like, she eats really good. She really does, and she keeps her body very.
She's an easy keeper.
She's an easy keeper.
Struggle to keep weight on. Our other cow, however, does a lot.
Get a little kiss right there. I think that we'll cut this video now, and appreciate you guys for watching. My wife still has about another hour of milk here to do. Honey is always the first one because it takes her a little bit longer to milk. But now she's just got Rose, and Rose will be done in like 5 minutes after her. And we're still waiting for Holly to give us a baby.
Will she or will she not calve? We don't
know. We don't know.
We need to take her in.
We do need to take her in. So, again, guys, appreciate y'all. Have a good one. I got poop all over me because I was carrying Regina. And
Farm life, babe.
Farm life, yeah. Farm life.
Poop. It happens.
Oh, and somebody had asked, do we bring in volunteers? Not at this time, y'all, because it's a safety thing, truthfully, to have people come over and help us do things. Not that we don't want it, like, we would love it, but there's just a safety thing, guys, and we got to be careful with that, because there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things here in the farm, and even when people come in and pick up animals, it's one of those where we have to be very, very careful when people are coming to pick up their animals, and see, everybody gets it here, guys. Our cats get it, the pigs get it, the chickens get it. I'm gonna get it one of these days. Like, I think that here in the next couple of days, I want to go back to making some cheese. But right now it's about the cat. So.
That's Storm. He's our hunter.
Yeah, Storm is the hunter, y'all. He goes out and he does what he does. So